Mastering your mindset in day trading is the hardest thing out there, and it does not matter what strategies you trade or how long you've been trading for. Traders are struggling at all levels. When you're first starting out, when you're in it for a year, 5 years, there's always some levels of struggling. Now, I've been day trading for over 13 years. I will be telling you exactly what I did to really lock in on my mindset. Now, I don't want to tell you that's 100% perfect. I don't want to tell you that I'm here, never getting angry, never having emotions. The truth is that it doesn't matter what level you're at, you will feel those emotions. Now, the difference between me and you is that I know how to handle and how to control my emotions. I don't make the mistake as in I'm angry, I'm going to revenge trade till I blow my accounts. No, I understand those emotions, and then I do certain things to either A, stop trading for the day, or two, to cool them down and then come back when I'm refreshed. Now, a lot of traders are struggling with these emotions because one, we want results quickly, right? You get into day trading, you're thinking, hey, I'm gonna start making a lot of money. You are watching on Instagram, YouTube, social media, anywhere you go, all these people finding a great amount of success. So what do you think to yourself? You're like, hey, I want that success and I want it now. We live in an age where everything is right there and then, right? Watch TikTok, we're scrolling through Instagram. It's even hard to sit down and watch this 12, 15-minute video on YouTube that's gonna help you a ton. The issue is our brains are completely fried. So what we need to do is to unfry them while we're trading. One of the things that I recommend everybody doing before you hop into the charts, that I try to do myself as well, is to be off of a phone or off of any type of social media for 10 to 20 minutes before I hop into my charts. Why? Because if, let's say, you are about to hop and trade and you're scrolling Instagram, what do you have? You have the quick dopamine fixes, right? You're watching a video, you're watching another video, you're getting all these dopamine fixes. So then when you go into the charts, what does your brain want to do? It wants more dopamine fix. It's literally it just makes sense, right? It's what's it gonna wanna do? But if you can just unplug your brain for 10 to 15 minutes before your charts, you're gonna see a big difference of you trading, not needing to take a bunch of trades to fix your dopamine. The main issue that you have with trading, and honestly I will say it's probably 90% of everybody's trading journey, is they're taking trades when they shouldn't have. Now, pay attention to what I said. I did not say you're taking too many trades. I have nothing wrong with people that are taking 5, 6, 7 trades a day. Because over trading is really just a myth, right? 90% of trading psychology you hear is complete bullshit. It does not work, it doesn't do anything. It's just really great things to say on the camera that you're gonna be like, yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Because you didn't know any better. But the best traders I know, you would say they're over trading. They would take 10, 15 trades a day. The issue was though that when they're taking a trade, they're taking within a system, they're taking within an A+ setup. But your issue you're having, you're taking trades just out of a feeling, just out of wanting that dopamine fix. So what I recommend to you is get rid of the dopamine, lower how much dopamine your brain needs before the charts, right? Before you're hopping on, because then you're not gonna want the need to take a bunch of trades, to always be in a trade. If you are a person that always feels like as you're looking at the charts, there's always a trade there. There's always like, oh, I think this should be going here. I'm long. Oh, I was wrong. The candle flipped. Let me sell and take the opposite trade. If you're one of those people, I'm talking exactly about you. Trust me, I know you guys because I used to be that same guy as well. Every single day, I used to look at penny stocks. When I first started trading, I will look whatever the hot news was, and I saw some kind of chart look good. I'm in that penny stock. I was in that trade. Why? Because I thought that I wanted to get rich quick. I wanted to make money fast. I wanted dopamine. I was much younger as well. I understood. I did all those things. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. And I don't blame you for it, but you do need to learn how to deal with it. You do need to learn how to get yourself out of that situation, right? Because you don't want to be the person that's in a year from now, you're still making the same mistakes, because you're just not going to be successful that way. So you need to look for answers of what you need to do different to help your trading. And I'm telling you right now, it's a thing that I guarantee will help you most traders, right? And it will also give you more time for you to take the next trade. When you see a trade, what a lot of people do is they rush to the conclusion without having a plan. Again, we're talking about taking bad trades. If you're just rushing in, if you're just jumping into a trade within 10 seconds of you looking at it, like, oh my God, this is amazing, I'm just gonna enter, it tends to be not a good trade. A real trade should really make you think and be like, wow, I generally don't want to miss this because this looks like an opportunity I'm only gonna get once a day, right? I'm only gonna get once every few hours. Those are the type of setups that really makes you think about taking good trades. And when you're thinking about taking good trades, it also should become a second nature. If you watch me trade live every single day I do in my Discord, you can check us out in the link down below to trade with me live every single day. You see that I'm very excited about a trade that I want to take, right? I'm usually, let's say I'm streaming for an hour, I'll be extremely not almost paying attention to the charts, not really focused, you could say, until I see something beautiful, until I see something that's like, that's an amazing trade, I know we should be going there. And that's how you should feel. The charts should not excite you just because they're the charts. The charts should not excite you just because it's candlesticks moving up or down. Nothing in the market excites me until I see the trade that I know makes sense for my system and I know it's a good trade. That's the only thing that excites me, and you need to live by that. You need to live by like, hey, this is my system, this is how I trade, and this is the only way that I'm gonna trade. I'm not gonna change strategy. I'm not gonna fall in love with the next hot thing. I'm not gonna fall in love because this dude posted this new car that he bought or this other thing that he got. No, you should be like, this is my system and I don't care about anything else. And that's the way I trade. I don't care what's out right now. The worst people that are getting into day trading are the people that are switching strategy every week. They're switching what they trade. Oh, I'm doing penny stocks and the options, I'm doing futures. Now, it's fine to test. It's fine to see what works best for you. It's not what I'm talking about. But if you're someone that consistently does that without actually giving it the true chance that it needs to, if it works and it does not, that's the people that I'm talking about. And it's the mindset you should have. You should have a mindset when you go inside the trading day, you're like, hey, I don't want to take a trade today. That's the mindset I have. I don't want to take a trade, and then the charts will show me a trade that's so good for the strategy that I personally take that I end up taking it. Right? That's the best thing about it. And what I like to do is when I do really good in the markets and I'm like, yeah, I've really crushed it today, and I'm not talking about the P&L, but I took really good trades that I'm proud of, whether they're green or whatever red, I reward myself. Hey, I wanted a nice dinner, I want to get a steak. I reward myself. And you should be rewarding yourself when you do something that are good. Right? It's really super basic. Think about how you train a dog, right? As silly as that might sound, you train him by doing what? You train him by rewarding him when he does what you want him to do, when he does the right behavior. And you gotta think about yourself in your trading very much the same way. That whenever you do something right, whenever you do something that is the right behavior that you want to work on and get better about and better with, that's what you want to reward. The next mindset shift that you need to make is take major accountability. The sooner you look in the mirror and you understand, hey, I am the reason why I'm not in my goals. I am either not putting enough work or I'm not actually following through with my plans, the sooner you will be able to actually make the change. When I was younger and I first got into day trading, I love to blame anything. I love to blame, hey, day trading doesn't work, the people I'm learning, whatever, they're not teaching me the right things. I love to blame everything except myself. It wasn't until I got a little bit older that I was able to mature enough to understand, hey, at the end of the day, every time I click that buy and sell button, the only person I should be blaming is myself, and the only person that takes accountability for the actions is myself. And that applies not only to day trading, but really any you do in life. If you can start looking in the mirror and take maximum level of accountability, you will make the most amount of stride. Because you remove the ego. The ego is one of the biggest killers in day trading. And as humans, we always have a big ego, which it makes sense, right? You don't want to be wrong, right? Like, wouldn't you love to always be right? Wouldn't you love to never be wrong? Of course. Wouldn't you love to know everything? Of course you would. But the reality in trading is that the people that have the least amount of ego and are okay with being wrong are the people that have the most successful life, are the people that have the most successful trading career. So you have to remove it out of the equation, and take accountability will do a lot. It will really help with removing it. What it also will do as an added bonus is when you're on the charts and you're wrong, your ego will not take over and want the feeling of revenge trading. It will want the feeling of taking bad trades just to make back the money because you're only focused on the P&L. And it's really big. We stop focusing on the P&L and we start judging our trading simply based on how good of a setup it was. If it was a good setup and you made the money, sometimes it's just the way it works. If it was a good setup, you're like, hey, I'm proud of that trade. I see a lot of reasons I could have taken that trade. Sometimes you take 3 losses in a row, and they're all really great trades. It just did not go your way. And those are really great trades to take. It's totally fine. But where you need to make the change is whenever you have 3 trades and are not good setups. Whether you made money or you didn't make money, that's when you want to do something to be like, hey, I need to fix that behavior. What you need to fix that behavior is maybe, hey, I took a bad trade, or I took a trade that even though I make money, I'm gonna do 10 push-ups, I'm gonna do 20 push-ups. You do something to, just like we talked about reinforcing positive behavior, we try to do the opposite for the negative behavior. And if I do look a little bit sweaty, I just got out of the gym. So I recorded the first half before the gym and I recorded the second half after the gym, right? And going to the gym is also a great point. You helps your mind stay sharp. Now, will going to the gym make you profitable? No. Will it do anything to your training to make you better? No. But I love to be in a routine. I think it's a lot more about the routine of, hey, I traded well or did bad and I'm going to the gym, I'm going to get healthy, and living on a routine. And I think as humans in general, the more you can live on a routine, the better you're going to perform. It just, the way your brain will work at its best, because it knows what it needs to do every single day, and you don't spend a lot of time having to think too much, or you're not sure where you should go. You have a lot of wasted time. So if you don't have a routine, whether you go to the gym, whatever, you want to go play tennis, sailing, fishing, go to the beach, like build a routine that works for you and has you perform your most optimal. For me, going to the gym will make me feel better for the day. So the next day I'm like, okay, I went to the gym, I feel good, and it just gives me a little bit of added bonus. Does it play an actual impact on my trading? It does not. Somebody tells you that, don't listen to them. You don't need to go to the gym, you don't need to work out hard, you need to be jacked to be a really good day trader. I know plenty that are not. But also you have to understand how you work the best, right? I can tell you things that work for me and have always helped me. It doesn't mean you're gonna copy every single one and apply them to yourself. It doesn't mean that every single thing that works for me will work for you. You have to understand, how do I learn the best? How do I function the best? How do I perform the best? The more you learn about yourself, the more your training will improve. This is why day training, and especially day training mindset, is such a major impact on your life, because you get to learn about yourself. You get to learn the things that you wouldn't have been forced to learn unless you wanted to make it work. And I promise you, if you work hard and you make this work, it is 100% worth it. There's no other job out there that I have no stress. I can do an hour of work a day. It goes good. I can enjoy the rest of my day. Owning a business, owning a restaurant, owning a store, it's a lot of stress. Dealing with employees, reviews. I have to do none of that. So I promise you, it's helped me help my family. It's helped me help everybody around me that I want to help. Whatever you're passionate about, it can help you. It can help you spend more time with your kids. I have a son. I have to spend every single day with him. It's 100% worth it. So I totally recommend you get into it. And I hope this video helped. And it did. I hope you consider liking and subscribing. If you're not live with me every single day, just hit the first link down below. I'll see you guys in the Discord, or I'll see you guys in the next video.